This is a really great question. Thank you for asking. I feel like many people have or are in a similar predicament or the situation where they're wanting to express themselves through a label, through nomenclature, in order to kind of display to others what they do or who they are. So let's dive into this. So I was the same way. In the beginning of my own spiritual awakening, I was looking at people and that had the really cool names, right? And I was like, oh, I want a cool name. I want to be able to identify myself. But it's not until now, looking back, that I realized there was a lot of ego attachments. While also, in addition, I did have this very genuine desire to kind of identify myself, because I knew deep down there was this greater name in there as well. But there was a lot of also distortion. I didn't understand that most of these people had done a lot of their own spiritual healing, trauma work, really healing a lot of those things, as well as coming into knowing themselves in a way that I hadn't known myself before. So it really wasn't until after, or until I decided and just committed myself straight out, flat out, that I'm going to just focus on my healing. I'm going to focus on understanding and knowing who I am, what makes me tick, my likes, my dislikes, because I didn't have a lot of that as a kid. I didn't have a lot of people encouraging me, or I didn't have a lot of my needs met as a kid, as many of us don't. So it wasn't until I really committed myself to understanding who I was that these things started to unfold and just come out naturally. The term Ascended Master Healer, I want to say, didn't come in until I had my first medicine session with psilocybin. And that came in, and it kept coming in, and it kept coming in, and I had so much resistance to it. So I say this in maybe to make you aware of, there could be a lot of different aspects of the shadow, or layers of the shadow, that need to be healed, need to be understood, need to be kind of dealt with and reconciled first, so that you can actually accept that name when it does come in. As for Quantum Creatrix in and of itself, it has been a whole unfolding process over the last 5 years, as I have stepped into my role as a healer and realizing, understanding the type of work that I actually do. So Quantum Creatrix actually speaks to that I work on the quantum level, very, very deep and very, very multidimensionally. And I didn't realize that until I went through the process.